Hello everybody and welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tina and it is a beautiful day to keep on creating with you. I am doing the second page. This is actually going to be an interactive layout with our new Let's Party collection. So good. And I've already done part one, which it was this section here of this 2-page layout from our scrapbooking workshop. I'm remaking and rethinking this one right down here, and then I'll do all my own fun layouts and cards with what's left over and projects, because I have a fun little project. I have a birthday Valentine slash kind of thing we're going to remake. It's going to be fab. All right, so I've already done this portion, so I suggest you go back and you take a look and you do these in order, because this is going to end up being a 12 by 8 flip-flap page, and this is going to be the companion page that you will see right next to it on this. Okay, so I kind of have my stuff laid out here. I am doing a different layout than originally designed. My pictures are formatted a different way. Didn't want to do the squiggly line that goes around it, but wanted to use it and kind of wanted to do my own thing. So let's dive in. All right, as I mentioned in the prior video, I gutted my paper. And so I'm just going to go ahead and put this around the edges and then add a little bit of washi tape. Probably could have done this ahead of time to shave a little bit of time off this video, but I'll try to get it done within a reasonable amount of time for a slow crafting gal. All right. I'm looking forward to working with this collection because I have thousands of photos. I have them coming from multiple directions now. My family, my husband's family, the people I come from. And I'm the only one scrapbooking, so I have quite a bit. I'm going to use some washi tape to just secure this, and then what I also like to do is just feel if I have any adhesive anywhere. I'll put the washi tape on top of that adhesive. And it also helps to keep the pages together too. But I do like to use washi tape. I missed that twice. I do like to use washi tape for that. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now we're all set up, and this is now a companion page with the 1/2-inch border all the way on. You can see I have this laid out. I went ahead and prepped a bunch of things for this so we could put this together, and I'm going to go ahead and start layering some pieces. So I have the piece that was cut for it, but I decided that when I printed my 4x6 pictures, I did them without a border, so I don't have that white line that goes around it. And I did that on a couple, and then I printed some for the inside with the white border. But I wanted my photo to be a little bit bigger for this. I just used my selfie for this. I have a Sundance piece that's matted behind it. So if your picture is 4x6, you would do 4 1/4, 6 1/4, 4 1/2, 6 1/2. Okay, this is cut. The measurements in the guide. That guide is free. I'll put the link down below. But yeah, even if you just grab the guide. Okay, I am doing something from my stash on every single project this year. Something old, something new. I want to pull lots of things from my stash. These are the close to my heart UV coated compliments or UV coated die cuts. It was just UV coated cardstock paper. I'm trying to get it right where I want it. And I am putting that on top of the Sundance, but behind that white daisy double matte that I did. All right, I'm going to bring this one in. If you didn't get the story from the first one, George was taking my picture on my birthday, and we had a lot of fun because I made all kinds of faces and wouldn't let him get a good picture. And then I just thought that I was having way too much fun. He just kept taking pictures, and then we kind of posed for some funny pictures together and then did a selfie. So these are kind of the good pictures. And lost it there for a second. These were the other pictures, and I just wanted to share and show that I ended up putting that 1/4 inch white daisy journaling where the journaling was after all. It just says, get the shot with a question mark, try again, and if you can't beat them, you know, join them, because we post together. So this was a lot of fun. All right, I have my photos all matted out, and this is the doodle die cut. It normally goes all the way around, but I didn't want that. I have that in a couple of my books. So I have cut off a piece, and I'll be incorporating this to the bottom of my page here. I guess about this much. Let me get you a measurement. I'm using it's about 8.5 inches. It's going to end up going right across the bottom here. I'm going to be placing these here. That's kind of why I had them over here. My circles, I'm using my circles different. They had them a little differently for me. They had them across the bottom here. I am going to be putting 2 across the bottom, right over here. I want to decide if I want that doodle to go behind it. I do. I kind of want the doodle to come out. See if this one's going to be long enough. Just an extra little piece there. There we go. I love the die cuts that come in the kits because it really does let me use lots of different things. Let me go ahead and take a look at that with my circles before I put it down. Yep, that's going to cover nicely. So that's, I don't know, 1.5 inches. It goes all the way around, so you have a really big cut to do this with. I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive or liquid glue. I'm not going to worry about getting all of it. I use memory protectors, so it's really good. All right, I am placing this the bottom of the squiggle. Oh, what a gift that landed adhesive side up. Okay, the squiggle is going to be placed at about 1.5. So I'm just attaching it. It's a little higher than I think I want it right now here. So I'm going to move that down just a little bit. Okay. So it's about, 1.5. All right, we'll add a little bit of liquid glue here. I'm not going to worry about getting every part of it, as I said. And just a little bit, because I don't want to push it down and then end up with glue everywhere. That's my norm. I do have a rag standing by just in case. I always have a rag standing by just in case. All right. Going with the about 1.5 over here. I got to go just a little past that so I can get a trim. It's in. There we go. Okay, very nice. Excellent. Okay, I took the sticker, the Make a Birthday Wish, and I've added some foam tape to the back of that as well. I want to make sure my circles are going to fit here across the bottom before I place my photo. I can slide that photo down and behind it a little bit, but I wanted 2 circles kind of underneath this picture, I thought, and then I didn't, this to me, show you. I thought with the circles that came across this way, I'll show you. This is how it laid out. And you can see here what I'm doing is I'm using that pink inside, that textured that I like so much because it matches these here. So I could still do the pink across the bottom, but I think I really just want to do 2, and I want to offset this a little bit because I want to change the layout a little bit. I like that the circles are still there, and I will pay attention to the crosshatch and make sure that they're going to go on right. Okay, and then I think I'm going to have this here moved over a little bit more. I'm liking this here. I am liking that up a little bit higher so that I can have the Make a Birthday Wish. There we go. And I'm getting it. And then I would like to see this here. And I'm going to have that popping out right there. And then I'm going to do some embellishing. So here's the 3 circles. And I pulled the embellishments that I see on those 3 circles from the stickers and the die cuts. All right, let's go ahead. And I think I want to go ahead and put this down. I'm really liking the way this looks. Okay. This paper is so fun, and by gutting our paper, we've preserved the inside. That's 10 inches of both of those, a 10 by 10 square for both of the back pages for these by gutting it. And I really like that. I just want to decide if I want this on foam tape because it's so many layers and I kind of want it to go over. I'm just checking that. And I'm okay if I don't put it exactly where I just laid it. But what I'm not okay with is I wanted this just, it needs to be just, I need just a little bit more of an angle, I can tell by looking at it. So I'm going to go ahead and do a lift and just turn it just a little bit more than I had it. There we go. Go ahead and attach this as a 3x4 picture. Up a little bit more, right about there. And I do want it to cross over that grid on an angle. So I have that. And let me give you a couple of measurements here so you have it. If you're doing the very point of this top one right here, it's at about 3/4 of an inch down. This one here is about 2¼ inches down. And you know, I already put adhesive on both of these. If you're going to try to save the other half of the circle, just make sure that you're cutting your crosshatch, you know, you're cutting with the grain to, so that all your, I won't say the grain, the pattern. I'll just add this right up here because I only need half of that. I'm putting that right under there. And now I'll add these, and I'm keeping kind of up and down and not on a diagonal for the pattern. I have I'm going to be rewarding myself. I'm just making sure I see that little squiggle over there. I am going to be rewarding myself with a layout that is like a decade in the making. All right, this is about 1 inch up. This circle right here is about 1 inch up. So if that helps you with where to place that bottom, then there you go. They're, you know, so far apart, but you don't have to make them look just like that. You don't have to line this up at the 6 inch if you don't want to. I'm a little more over here and I'm okay with that. There we go. We have the Make a Birthday Wish, and I have that already on foam tape, and I think I'm going to take some of the foam tape off on the part that is going to be on top of the picture, just so it doesn't look wonky. I'm going to peel 2 little pieces off. This is one of the reasons why I often do my foam tape in pieces. I find it easier to adjust later on, stuff like that, because I make a lot of changes. All right, I'm loving this so far. I don't want that on the picture because I'm so close. You know, we're down much lower. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in some of these embellishments. All right, I have them laid out, and I do like to add, if I've added some acrylic to this page, I like to add acrylic to this page. So you'll see me going back and forth. I'm going to take this out of the frame now and lay this down, just so that I can reference what I'm working with. So this is going to be my bottom heart. And I did take all of the sticky off of my stickers, but this is a sticker because, you know, I'm not always quite sure what I want to use with foam tape. And then this way I can put them in my little trays. They don't stick together. I can, you know, have my products carrying easier. This one has foam tape on it, and it is a sticker, and it's a black and white polka dot. Let me grab the sticker sheet. There are so many stickers. Like it's a ton of stickers. I'm looking for, this is a scalloped border down here. Like all of these, there's so much on here. And it's really all the smaller stickers and everything they have that add so much detail to this. I'm loving, as soon as I saw it, I just was blown away. I thought this one is just amazing. Okay, I have a pink acrylic star, decent sized star. Not the smallest. There's one smaller than this. Glue dots would work well here as well. Okay. Peel my foam tape. And I'm going to use, I want to see kind of the bottom of it. So the point is lined up kind of like with the white, but it doesn't go past my, the corner of that picture right there. So I have some green, that new jade that I love, jade, and it blends well even though there's not a lot of jade on the other side. Okay, I have a couple more things that I want to add. Going on to the second one, it has all the little words. I'm a word girl. So this one says, let's celebrate. So you can see my giant thumbs there getting in the way. Okay, let's celebrate. Happy day. In the guide. This was all in the guide. I'm just choosing to move some things around and do a couple of things a little different. Happy day. And woohoo! All on foam tape. I like how the little kind of swirly, we'll call it, goes there. Okay, now for this one here, there's all these arrows. So this is a pretty big arrow. I'm probably going to save that for the inside of my other page, but I pulled these two arrows out of those UV complements, and I'm just going to kind of use these in a different way to bring this, to bring some of that here. I added a little bit of adhesive to the back of the red one. I'm just going to crisscross. I don't really care what the bottom looks like. I only care what the top looks like, and they're pretty even. Let's move that one down a little, and I have them crisscrossed like this. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add some adhesive to that. And I'm going to stick them right behind here and make a little dovetail. Just like this. I'm not sure what side I'm going to want that. I think I'm going to want it over here. There we go. And then I have this little arrow that is the polka dot arrow. It matches this heart down here. Thinking I'm gonna want to switch it. I had a feeling. Just gonna slide it and move it over to the other side. There we go. And add our little arrow. And I had two of those arrows. I just felt like this one was going to be too big now that, you know, I have a much smaller circle there, because it's not. There we go. I will take that other little arrow and I will put it away. Now I have some balloons in these complements, and I want to add a couple of balloons, but I want to be able to have the balloons. Let me grab. I have the balloon here. So I don't want to put, you know, two balloons here. I'm seeing if there's another place that I might be able to add some balloons to this. Maybe I do want them there, you know. So I'm just going to play with this really quickly. Kind of like them right here, and there is enough room for this little black twine that I have to do those. So we're going to go ahead and put these two balloons right here. I think they work, and this is just, once again, use the stuff you have. Gosh, I mean, I thought these UV complements were so good that I got all of them. They had a really great bundle pack, so I got every single one of them. And I like them a lot, but I do want to put these on foam tape because I want to tape my twine to the back, and I just totally forgot about that. Okay, so twine. It's a thick twine. A little bit of adhesive on the back is going to hold it where you want. There you, whoops. So you put a little bit of adhesive for your twine, just like this, and it'll stick. And then what I like to do is I take the thinner washi tape, and I like to then tape it. It's just easier to hide back there. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with this one. There you go. Save that. little bit of adhesive again, just on the back. It's going to hold the twine, so we're not trying to finagle it with the washi tape. This balloon's a little smaller, so smaller washi tape. That's why I usually keep both. Although I go through the fatter much quicker. Okay, let's just see if this is going to lay flat. Yeah, wasn't optimistic. Okay, so what I'll do is on this first one, I'm going to put a little piece of foam tape on each side. I just cut one of the squares in half. I have a long piece on here because I want to make sure that I have plenty of room to make it as long as I would like. For this one here, I'm going to grab a foam square off of my other one. All right. I do not like to make one shaker card. So those of you who have been with me for a while, you know that if I sit down to make shaker cards, I want to make like a dozen. All right, I'm just putting foam tape on the one side of that. All that noise was me trying to get that piece of foam square off. I don't know, it must have really liked me. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one. I wanted that a little bit of an angle. There we go. Okay, so now it helps if you peel it. Okay, so now I have my two other balloons that are added, and this one here kind of has like a little swirl to it. If you want to do that, a glue dot is going to be your friend. We want the little micro mini glue dots here. I'm going to use a piercing tool. These ones are really small, and you can just take it and, you know, if this is where you want the little mark, sorry, I moved it up a little higher, just put your glue dot down and then just kind of put that on there. I'm just going to fan it out a little bit. And then you can take, I'm not making a kind of loop-de-loo. I'm just making it so that they're not super straight. I'm going to add another one right here. These are the micro glue dots. I really do feel like every glue dot is needed. Okay, that way it won't look like this perfectly straight piece of twine that's just hanging on my page. For this one, I'm going to go up a little higher and just bend my twine a little bit, just like that. And then bring it down. I would say right there's a good spot. There we go. And I will probably cut this one just a little bit shorter as well. And then I'll make the, I don't want to make them perfectly even. There you go. So now we have that black because I use black twine, so it kind of brings it together, and I have some more balloons. I like the overall shape of them as well. I have buried my guide. Here we go. Sorry about that. There you go. So now I've added these two balloons here, and some of the other things that were on there were these little stars, acrylic stars and stickers. And as I mentioned, the stickers are just, there's so many stickers. So here's the acrylics, and I've already used one of the pink ones right here. There is a second pink one in here that is smaller. I'm going to go ahead and use that as well right here. And then I'm going to add a whole bunch of stuff to this layout. I have to use my tweezers because I'm never going to be able to get that on there. I'm just not coordinated like that in life. Okay, there we go. Okay, I also pulled a couple, as I did in the prior layout, I have pulled a couple of stars over to add. So I pulled a couple of these stars for both the Sundance, and it looks like I might need to grab a few more things in here. Let's just see what we have. Oh, I really like this happy that's in here. I'll move that over because I might end up using that. This is one of the reasons why I like going through these, is because I never know what I'm going to find. Sometimes you find trash just like this. Oops. Okay. But I am looking for some more stars. I have been using lots of stars or anything that these shapes here also go with them. I don't know what they're called. We have acrylics that match those in this as well. I love to add arrows. I like to do all kinds of little things. Move a heart over. You can just flip through here and find the things that you would like. And oh, look, these match our little doodles that we have down there. So that's good too. This collection is just going to be so much fun to work with. I don't even know if I'm on camera. I'm really sorry about that. All right, there we go. And I have a few over here. I think this is going to be good enough for me. All right, let's go ahead and add some of this. I know I'm going to want a couple here and here. I don't want to add stars that are so big that they're going to take away from my balloons there. So some smaller ones. And I'm adding things that are not on the original project. I do that a lot because, you know, I kind of like to do my own thing. But one of the things that I love is you get all the pieces with these kits. Okay, I think that looks good. I'm really liking that, but I want to go in and I want to add a few hearts from the sticker sheet. So the hearts, I want to add those because I added those on the first page. Let's go ahead and put these aside. And really, I just keep those in separate containers because they're a lot easier to dump back in my bags. And I keep them like this because when I pick up my papers and I read the zip strips, those are the strips that are across the top of the Close to My Heart papers. They're decorative and they're meant to be incorporated into your layouts. I haven't used them yet. They're like this. They tell you all the colors. I have just been pulling these and just throwing them in with those kits because I'm more likely to use them. I'm really looking forward to pairing lots of fun things. Okay, so here was the first layout, and you can see I added little hearts. Here's a little heart. There's a little heart. So I do want to go in and just add a couple of little hearts to kind of keep that same vibe going. All right. Then she looks for something specific. All right, this little heart is going to go right. I'm going to put it down there. All right, and then there's a pink heart right here. Actually would have preferred the pink heart over here. Let's see if I didn't press. There we go. All right, pink heart there. And then this little heart I'm going to put up here, right on the outside there. And I'm going to add, I think I'm going to add this pink star. Oh yeah, that's super cute. Okay, so now we have our pink star, and that shape that I was referring to are right here in the acrylics, as well as there are some, it's kind of like a pom-pom or something. I don't know. I'm sure it has a technical name that I don't know. All right, that's my gist of it. There's a technical name that I don't know. All right, let's grab our Aquarius stickles. I'm going to move this out of the way. All right, and I just have my cleaning rag standing by. I want this very precise, and I never mind getting messy. I'm going to scrape that off right there first. I don't think this needs to be mixed or anything because I just used it. I'm going to grab a little bit of that on my palette knife. I am mixing it a little bit after all. Okay. I like to make sure I get some of the clunkier stars in there. And if this ever, it seems like it's too thick, try to use it first, but really hot water, not boiling, but like really hot water, literally 1 drop at a time, no more than 1 drop at a time. Okay, I'm going to put this kind of wherever I would like it to be, just using that ring finger technique that I kind of shared in the last one, trying to swipe across so I pick up some of the star confetti, you know, that's in this. I'm not really going to put it where they put it on the layout because my layout doesn't look anything like theirs, you know. Sometimes you have to change orientation of photos is always a reason, or maybe even the number of photos that you have. I definitely want to get all around this area here. Now, if you want to put this on before you do all of your stuff, you could do that and then let it dry. But I'm not real good with measurements. So often my stuff doesn't end up where I think it was gonna be. And then I'm disappointed. I want that to kind of go almost all the way out to the end. Don't be afraid of it. Have some fun. I think this one here could be just a little bit bigger, and then maybe kind of down through here just a little bit. And I think that is going to do it. I really like the addition of the Stickles gel. All right, just wiping it off, preserving as much as I can. And I have a lot of the cleaning rags. My husband's sweatshirts and 2 of my old sweatshirts made plenty for me when I raided the house for them. But they are my favorite. I just think they don't put off like a lot of lint, and I don't know. They just seem to be my favorite. Okay, there it is. We're done. I think it looks so great. You know, originally I had pulled in some Sundance bling to add with this, but I really didn't need it. Here's what I ended up with. I think it looks great. I'm going to go ahead and put these next to each other. This is what the opening page is going to look like for these. I love how the little balloons are working out. I may even loop, I don't know, I might have even looped those now that I've seen them next to each other, but I think they're great. Just pairing that with some black twine. And then I will be back for another video for these two, which is 12 by 16 inches more, and put that in with the flip flap. I want to thank you guys for joining me for this video. I'm having a lot of fun, obviously, creating with our Let's Party collection, and I hope you will too. I'll put all the details down in the comment. Feel free to leave me a question or a comment or just say hi, and I'll make sure to say hi back. If you found that you liked this video, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. It really does help me here in the YouTube community. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you back soon for part 3 of this incredible layout and series. I love it. It's so much fun. Bye-bye.